Christmas program.
What are we going to do this year?
I don't know, hopefully something that incorporates my singing, a little bit of acting.
I would look amazing in angel wings and a cute little halo.
And glitter, lots of glitter.
I don't understand you girls. Glitter? What about us boys? I don't want to wear glitter.
You could be a shepherd.
Oh yeah, here, have my bathrobe.
I'm not wearing your bathrobe. I don't think shepherds wear stars.
You guys, I have a great idea.
Guys, keep it down. We're trying to practice over here.
I'm not wearing a bathrobe. I don't think shepherds wear stars.
Quiet down. We're trying to practice over here.
I'm just so excited.
Maybe we should come up with a way to incorporate all of our talents. That doesn't include your bathrobe.
You guys, I have a great idea.
Everything was ready. The glory God had been waiting for was here at last. God was coming to help his people, just as he promised in the beginning. But how would he come? What would he be like? What would he do? Mountains would have bowed down. Seas would have roared. Trees would have clapped their hands. But the earth would hold its breath. As silent as snow falling he came, and when no one was looking, in the darkness he came. There was a young girl who was engaged to a man named Joseph. Joseph was a great-great-great-great-grandson of King David. One morning, this girl was minding her own business when suddenly a great warrior of light appeared. Right there, in her bedroom, he was Gabriel, and he was an angel, a special messenger from heaven. When When she saw the tall, shining man standing there, Mary was frightened.
You do not need to be scared. God is very happy with you.
Mary looked around to see if perhaps he was talking to someone else.
Mary, you're going to have a baby, a little boy. You will call him Jesus. He is God's own son. He is the one. He is the rescuer.
The God who flung planets into space and kept them rolling around and around. The God who made the universe with just a word. The one who could do anything at all was making himself small and coming down as a baby. Wait, God is sending a baby to rescue the world? But it's too wonderful, Mary said, and felt her heart beating hard. How can this be true?
Is anything too wonderful for God?
So Mary trusted God more than her eyes could see, and she believed.
Sure enough, it was just as the angel had said. 9 months later, Mary was almost ready to have her baby. Now, Mary and Joseph had to take a trip to Bethlehem, the town King David was from. But when they reached the little town, they found every room was full, every bed was taken. Go away, the innkeepers told him. There isn't any place for you. Where would they stay? Soon Mary's baby would come. They couldn't find anywhere except an old, tumble-down stable. So they stayed where the cows and the donkeys and the horses stayed. And there, in the stable, amongst the chickens and the donkeys and the cows, in the quiet of the night, God gave this world his wonderful gift. The baby that would change the world was born, his baby son. Mary and Joseph wrapped him up to keep him warm. They made a soft bed of straw and used the animals feeding through his cattle. As they gazed and wondered God's great gift, wrapped in swaddling clothes and lying in a manger, Mary and Jesus named him Jesus, Emmanuel, which means God has come to live with us, because of course he had.
same night, in amongst the other stars, suddenly a bright new star appeared. Of all the stars in the dark vaulted heavens, this one shone clear. It blazed in the night and made the other stars look pale beside it. God put it there when his baby son was born, to be like a spotlight shining on him, lighting up the darkness, showing people the way to him. You see, God was like a new daddy. He couldn't keep the good news to himself. He'd been waiting all these long years for this moment, and now he wanted to tell everyone.
Field and fountain
stops. He sent an angel to tell Mary the good news. He put a special star in the sky to show where his boy was, and now he was going to send a big choir of angels to sing his happy song to the world. He's here, he's come. Go and see him, my little boy. Now where would you send your splendid choir? To a concert hall maybe, or a palace perhaps? God sent his to a little hillside outside a little town in the middle of the night. He sent all those angels to sing for a raggedy old bunch of shepherds watching their sheep outside Bethlehem. The olive trees rustled. What was that, a wing beat? They turned around. Standing in front of them was a huge warrior of light, blazing in the darkness.
Do not be afraid of me. I haven't come to hurt you. I have come to bring you happy news for everyone, everywhere. Today in David's town in Bethlehem, God's son has been born. You can go and see him. He is sleeping in a manger.
Behind the angel, they saw a strange glowing cloud. Except it wasn't a cloud. It was angels, troops and troops of angels, armed with light.
Came to see the baby, stood by his mother's side. Here lay the Savior inside a manger. Oh, what a glorious night. Oh, what a glorious night. I hear the angels singing, hallelujah, let the earth receive her King. I know the Lord has come. Sing it out, Jesus Christ is born. Jesus Christ is born. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
left their sheep, raced down the grassy hill, through the gates of Bethlehem, down the narrow cobble streets, through a courtyard, down some steps, past an inn, round the corner, through a hedge, until at last they reached a tumble-down stable. They caught their breath. Then quietly they tiptoed inside. They knelt on the dirt floor. They had heard about this promised child, and now he was here, heaven's son, the maker of the stars, a baby sleeping in his mother's arms. This baby would be like that bright, shining star in the sky that night, a light to light up the whole world, chasing away darkness, helping people to see. And the darker the night got, the brighter the star would shine.
The three men knelt before the little king. They took off their rich royal turbans and gleaming golden crowns. They bowed their noble heads to the ground and gave their sparkling treasures. The journey that had begun so many centuries before had led three wise men here to a little town, to a little house, a little child, to the king God had promised David all those years before. But this child was a new type of king. Through he was the Prince of Heaven. But this child was a new. He had become poor through. He was a mighty God. He had become a helpless baby. This king hadn't come to be the boss. He had come to be a servant.